There's one rule to the green screen. Don't wear green in front of the green screen. And clearly, I thought I can get away with this, but there's some green in this hoodie. Hey, you can take the hood out of me, but you can't take me out of the hood. Then Ali Medawi is back here with a brand new one for you. And check this out. Tonight, we're going to talk about the top 3 things that you never, ever want to do when it comes to marketing in 2022. This is the ME Show.
On me, girls on me, on the dance floor, all eyes on me. Who is he? Then you better come get your girl dog. All eyes on me, party like a rock star. You can find me in VIP. All eyes on me, yeah, where the girls are. This is how your night should be. All eyes on me,
all eyes on the prize, money supersized. G5 super fly, should be supervised. Do or die, open up your eyes, head to the sky. Keep a mean bad mommy on the side. Make a tsunami, kamikaze on the mind. Spit flow, paparazzi flash shine. Get dough, champagne, Merlot. Cash and tango, in the VIP. Now she wanna touch her ankle. Get low, mueve mami como el dembow. All eyes on me, peeping through the window. Get mine, get yours, believe it or not. In the meantime, I'ma keep my eyes on the
all
top.
eyes on me, drinks on me, girls on me, on the dance floor. All eyes on me, who is he? Man, you better come get your girl dog. All eyes on me, party like a rock star. You can find me in VIP. All eyes on me, yeah, where the girls are. This is how your night should be.
Well, all right. Brand new installment of the ME Show, and I am your host with the Avocado Toast. Indeed, avocado tonight, but I'm going to try to not move as much because I'm about to get pixelated and hidden in my own green screen. But my name is Ali Medawi, founder and CEO of Medawi Enterprise, and tonight, we're going to talk about the top 3 things you never want to do in marketing when it comes to 2022. This is fresh off the oven, ladies and gentlemen, and I think you definitely want to pay attention. First of all, if you are an entrepreneur, drop a number 1. Let me know wherever you are connected from. And that's just because I want to make sure that I'm connecting with the right audience. So whether you're on Facebook, these are page, group, and personal, and LinkedIn, YouTube, or Twitter, we love our entrepreneurial friends. So say what's up to us so we can say what's up back to you. What? Hi, Felicia. I love you. That's awesome. All right, let's talk about it. So first things first, wouldn't you agree with me that marketing is just such a confusing thing, right? Every single day there's something different. Every single day there's a new platform. Every single day there's a new networking platform. There's a new social media platform. And it's just like every day it is completely changing. And I totally understand that. This is why one of the things that I'm going to talk to you about is continual education. It is not a final destination. It is rather an actual ongoing process. So let's talk about the marketing no-nos or mistakes of 2022 that you just never want to do. So the very first one is understand that we all sound the same to everyone else, right? So the differentiator is where the details is where you're going to stand out. The reality is everyone tries to not just mimic, but just be like everyone else, right? Like I have people that I look up to, I have people that I admire, that I'm inspired by. So therefore they influence the way I do things, right? And sometimes we get lost into following the leader, following the mentor, following the whomever you're following, that we tend to forget about our own authenticity. So in 2022, the very main thing that's going to really make you stand out is authenticity. How real are you? How genuine are you? And fortunately, many people just tend to follow what everybody else is doing, say what everybody, oh, Gary Vee's cursing, I'm going to start cursing. Darren Hardy sounds perfect, I'm going to start sounding perfect. This person said this, that person said that. Man, just be you, for crying out loud, because ain't nobody else out of 7.4 billion people that is who you are. So just be yourself. Now, the other thing is, unfortunately, there are, and this is a huge no-no. This is actually a main big no-no, is to do the daily marketing tasks manually every single day. If you still find yourself doing your own Canva edits, if you find yourself doing your own manual SEO or top ranked words or things of that nature, you're still searching for yourself, I'm telling you, you're part of the problem why you're not being successful. See, these things are to be automated because they change by the minute. You ever heard of the concept of algorithms? Don't be a human algorithm. If you try to force yourself to be an actual human controlling freak when it comes to content, you are already behind. It's like saying I'm going to report something that happened an hour and a half ago as breaking news now. You can't. It's already passed. So what you want to do is automate. Do yourself a solid favor. Get a virtual assistant. Get a digital assistant. Get someone who can automate everything for you. There's even a website called UiPath that literally does this automation for you. It's artificial intelligence that acts as a virtual assistant that is looking already for the words, that is looking already for what is hot and what's not, what's trending and what's not, and it creates content for you. So uipath.com, you can go ahead and check it out on your own and see how it works for you. But I definitely advise at least do that or have a virtual team. I am blessed to have a virtual team around me. I'm probably going to get yelled at about wearing green on the green screen behind me, but I think they love me enough to let me get away with this one. What do you think? You right? You should give them some love. Let them know in the comment. It's all right. Let Ali get away with this one, right? So they don't give me a hard time, because they're gonna be like, they hated it because of the green screen. Okay, so the next piece is making sure that whatever you do has a legitimate call to action for you and for your audience. There was a meeting that I had earlier today with a gentleman, and he and I were talking, and he wants to collaborate, right, in different areas. And I asked him straight up, what is the call to action? What are we promoting? What are we pushing? How are we monetizing? What is the end goal of us putting content? Because for the last 2.5 years, I was part of an entrepreneurial community that I put so much content. I mean, I did 250 shows, 250 shows last year alone, in one platform that I would show up every single day and do training. But there was no legitimate real end goal or call to action, not for me, not for someone else. So the viewer had this mindset, for the most part. 80% of the viewers are like, I'm going to see something else tomorrow. There was no call to action. There was no go do something right now that gave them enough of a reason to say, I have to stick with it right now. It was more of, he'll be here tomorrow and sing a different song. So it came down to making sure that you have an actual call to action that will get the person to do something today. And that is good for you because you can monetize it, or you can at least build a list or what have you. And for everyone else, it gave them something to bite into right away and right now. Okay. So making sure not having a real call to action is detrimental if you are a marketer. Okay. Last but not least is making sure that you study marketing disciplines. Now, I didn't say strategies, I said disciplines. Are you looking into your analytics? Are you looking into the reports that you have in different platforms? And every platform, if it's a legitimate platform, it'll give you analytics. See, I love going into my insights, whether it's Facebook or Instagram, Spotify, any insights that I can get my hands on, and I start looking at the trends. For example, 80% of my audience on Instagram, or 87% of my audience on Instagram specifically, is between the age of 25 years old and 50 years old. Okay, I can look a little bit more and see what is the sweet spot of my audience, right? And I was like, man, I'm surprised, because I thought Instagram, the age bracket is like the highest is 30, maybe 35, maybe 40 even, as far as the people who are most active. But I was wrong. It's over 50s for me specifically. I've come to learn that I'm evenly about 50-50 between men and women. I've learned the demographic of where majority, obviously, for me, as far as the audience are in the United States. The next country was the UK, then France, then Morocco. I did not know that, but I wasn't catering to the other markets because I didn't know what I didn't know. So once I started looking at my analytics, started looking at my audience, started understanding the discipline and the behavior, where are individuals going? What are people reacting to? Are they reacting to reels versus regular posts? Are they reacting to long videos versus short videos? Like, those things made a difference for me once I understood it, and it allowed me to make the right marketing moves, understanding where to be, how to be, when to be, who to be with, who to not be with. All these things matter. So make sure that you look at your analytics. My colleagues, other strategic partners that I'm working with, I actually share with them, some of my behavior from real time. I'll post something and in real time, I'll record my screen on how the reactions are happening and, how it's generating revenue and, where is it happening versus where else. And I would recommend and advise and coach and mentor. You need to understand the discipline of marketing, not the strategy of marketing, because here's the reality. 99.9% of people who are on social media think marketing is putting content online. That is just step one. Marketing is understanding what grabs the attention of the audience member. See, what I'm saying to you right now is going to create a behavior, a reaction, if you will. And it might be good, it may be bad. It may be gravitating towards our brand. It may be repulsing you from our brand. But the more we are putting content, the more we are watching the analytics and watching your behavior, and the more we see the direction that we go, and the more we're like, oh, we did good today. Let's double down on that one. Oh, it's getting better. Let's triple down on that one, and so on and so forth. And that's what we've been doing on an ongoing base, trying different backgrounds, trying putting the logo versus no logo, messing up with the green screen, and what I thought, this isn't green enough. I'm not going to blend in. And yes, I did, showing up 1 minute before the show instead of taking my time and prepping and saying, like, you know what, maybe I should put something else on. Like, all these things, data, as they call it, matter. So what we want to do is study the behavior of the analytics, which way the trends are going, and watch how you start making better decisions. I'll give you to you in the simplest format possible. You know that one post that you did once upon a time and it did really, really well. And you're like, oh, wow, everybody's loving this one. And you started doing more of that one post. That's you for one time looking at a piece of content from a discipline or a behavior instead of just putting another piece of content. So start looking at behavior and discipline instead of just putting content out there, because the reality is, many of us, unfortunately, and I'm including myself because I'm always going to be a student, I'm still learning a whole lot. Many of us are using our social media like a vision board, like just a collection of pieces of content that we just put. In many cases, we're putting stuff that is outdated. I'm guilty of this. I get the team yelling at me all the time, hey, you need to do a photo shoot. I'm like, oh, I got plenty of pictures in my phone. No, you need a photo shoot. The last picture that came out from the article or what have you, you can tell the difference between you and everybody else. The lighting was different, right? So these things make a difference. So study the behavior and the discipline that you are seeing. These are trends. It's like seeing stock exchange, right? You see it going up and down. Those things will make a difference for you. Now, if you're not doing anything of what I'm telling you right now, I just did you a solid. We don't even ever have to talk ever again. Just go ahead and make the adjustments. But if what I'm sharing with you is making a little bit of sense for you, and we only spent 13 minutes together, we just launched our entrepreneurial community. If you think an entrepreneurial community, that you've experienced before, well, welcome to 2022. I want you to go to iam.media. That is iam.media. Or if you have Android, I'll put in the comments the actual app link, direct app link. Look out for it at ME Volts. That is ME Volts. And then you'll be able to download. It is loaded, and I mean loaded with free content. I put my book in there. I put the podcast in there. I put the show in there. We put a whole section of coaching, all freebie that is available to you. So many tools and resources. And of course, we just launched our entrepreneurial community. And by the way, for those who are watching, this is brand new. This is fresh. This is amazing. And yes, the average cost is $47 a month. So we did it with you in mind, for the person who's either bootstrapping or starting, for the person who just needs a little bit of help. I'll tell you why I did it. See, I started, and I remember myself, I wish somebody sees me for what I'm worth instead of just another dollar amount in their big time brand. I wanted to do something, or I wanted someone to believe in me enough to work with me in my own journey, in my own speed, and within my own budget. Well, we went and we did exactly that. So make sure that you go to iam.media, click on ME Academy, and you can go ahead and join us. We started actually officially today in our entrepreneurial community. In our group, we coach, we train, we mentor. There's a whole video series every 10 days. we give you a brand new series every 10 days. So you get 3 new series every, and we're not talking about a Facebook group here. No, an actual academy that you got to finish a whole video in order to open the next one and unlock it and so on and so forth. We give you a lot of homework and a full-blown access to every tool and resource you could ever imagine, anywhere from $27 to $47. I don't know about you, but if you can't afford $1.50 a day, we probably need to talk anyways. Plus, we hook you up with freebies with our strategic partners, and we have a few of them heavily documented with decades of experience of business acumen. So again, visit us at im.media, or make sure you just go to your Google Play. iOS is coming soon. Google Play and download ME Vault, and you'll be able to upgrade to our platform or just enjoy the content that we put in there for you. So I appreciate it and I love you. And tomorrow night, by the way, I'm doing an exclusive sneak peek that you're not going to want to miss, but you're going to have to come and see me at 8 p.m. so I can tell you where to watch. I love you and I appreciate you. And until next time, peace out, everybody.